do you think you're best suited to help this team, and how have you prepared to do that?
Yeah, of course, like you said, different roles over the past 2 years, but also just coming in this year, knowing the type of voice I have and knowing how much underclassmen we have and new people. So just kind of knowing the ropes around our program, knowing what we want, knowing what coach wants, and what we want as a team and how we want to go about things on the court. I think I'll help me and AZ, Ash, all the returners, just kind of help just voicing that and being a leader on the court.
How do you think winning a national championship has helped your confidence personally?
It just shows, the sky's the limit for anything that we can do. And, each and every game, each and every day, just getting better as a team, it gets us one step closer. Of course, like last year you guys saw, to a national championship. So just keeping the same motto, taking one game at a time, one practice at a time, and going from there.
I mean, how's it feel to be coming in? You're an upperclassman now.
It's kind of sickening, I'm not going to lie. It's very sickening to think about. But just like I said, a new opportunity, a new road to come apart. So I'm excited.
What have you seen from the freshmen so far that are on campus?
They're very excited. Like I said, balls of joy, and they're sponges, so they absorb any lessons they give, or coaches say something, they absorb that right away, and just kind of they're willing to learn about anything and everything. So.
Having experienced off seasons after not winning a championship, just kind of what's felt different coming back into the gym with that accomplishment behind you guys?
Nothing different. I'll say, we have to keep the approach the same way as if start a new season 0-0, like I said. But just like I said, that is like a good ego to go off of and just boost off of, and just keeping that for that season, but just also locking in just a whole different season. So.
As you said, you guys were playing a lot of pickup. What do you like about that, having the ability to have some people in and out of the lineup?
Like I said, for pickup, it just reads a whole bunch of different players that we have coming in, and just kind of playing off each other, learning from each other, our tendencies, different things like that, that we've been doing. And, pickup's been great, a lot of great energy. It's been all around. So.
You've reached the pinnacle, winning a national championship. Is it difficult starting over on that journey?
I wouldn't say difficult. I'll just say another opportunity just to see what this new season brings, and just kind of taking it as that, just kind of a new season, new team and everything like that. So you have to put it in that perspective. Like I said, last year's team was last year's team and what we had, and we have a new year coming up, new team. So just kind of going with that and taking it, like I said, one day at a time.
How do you hope to improve?
Just like I said,
myself.
Myself, keep up the defensive energy, be that same menace on the court. Just finding my spots on the offensive end, being more aggressive, being more assertive. So.
How do you keep track of your goals, what you want to do? Do you have a method that works for you?
Just kind of knowing what I need to work on, looking back at film, like I said, and having a great coaching staff, working with them one-on-one, group individuals, and different things like that. That'll help me one step closer to what type of player I want to be and how I want to be this upcoming year. So.
You have a huge following on TikTok, especially. How would you describe your relationship with social media?
It's been great. I mean, pros. Fans love UConn. They're crazy about us, crazy about me, the content I post. I'm just very grateful for everybody that follows me. I keep it kind of light. They get to see my personality outside of that. So.
And how would you say? I guess, do you feel any pressure to be active and to post more regularly to make yourself more attractive to off-court opportunities?
I wouldn't say that. I know my balance in terms of when I want to post, and it's just basically based on me. It's not based on them. I love posting content for them, and I love seeing their interactions, their comments and everything like that. But just knowing when to post and not to post, and just everything's on me. So.
And then since you are so active, how do you do that and keep that balance of keeping yourself safe?
Just knowing not to post where I'm at a certain time. Just going from there, if I leave a place, make sure I post after that, just not being present, not posting where I am at the time. And it's different things like that, just knowing time and place.
You guys are still kind of in that first wave, to go off of Katie's question. I mean, you guys are still in that first wave of figuring out how social media works as, not, the top tier celebrity, but still needing to think about your safety. Is there anyone, who helps you with that? Who helps you say, hey, maybe don't post until after you're out the door here? How do you learn that?
I feel like we have a great coaching staff who they are very aware of what's going on. They tell us every day, each and every day, about being safe and where we go. The little things, not to post where we are, but also too, I just think we are more aware. Social media is crazy, and it can be fun at times, but we know the danger of it. So just kind of keep it there. So.
What have you learned from Feud and AZ about what kind of leader you want to be?
Just basically like, they lead by example, lead by voice. So just kind of following that, growing into that, and being more a voice. I feel like my voice can be a good thing and positive for the new incomers and the transfers and the freshmen. So just kind of keeping that, but also just knowing that, it starts by on the court, leading by example, taking it one drill at a time, different things like that to just go on.
Izzy's talked about wanting to become a better vocal leader. How have you seen her grow in that area?
Yeah, she's been great. And then, of course, like you said, you guys know about pickup. She voiced in pickup. She's been great, kind of just off the games. After a game, she'll voice something to the team, talk to us, and different things like that she kind of wasn't comfortable doing last year. So just kind of stepping into that role. But just, a little lighter, talking on the court, defense, and different things like that she's been improving on and been doing a lot.
Can you talk about the
for her to do that?
Oh, it's important. Like I said, it's kind of this year we're looking up to her, and she's a big, voice and a leader for our team this year. Just, helping her as well, but just her doing that, just kind of be like, okay, we have AZ, she's engaging, she's engaged, and just shows a different type of, personality.
Can you talk about the depth of the backcourt, what the competition has been like these couple of weeks? And as you said, you hammered her. So.
Yeah, we had our voice today. Today we had a great workout, me, her, and Khalees, just kind of going at it. Different situations, 2v2, 1v1, just kind of pushing each other. I feel like that's been the biggest thing that we've seen this year. This coming summer, it's just we've been pushing each other, and it's been very competitive, and that's the kind of nature we want to start off with each and every day during workouts or anything that we do. So it's been super good.
What stood out about your transfers so far?
Honestly, how aggressive they are, how assertive they are, have they been. Just kind of they're finding their voice as well. Which they're not shying away from anything. They're just going in with an open mind and willing to learn and willing to be a sponge and absorb everything that we kind of say to them, the coaches and everything. So.
What's your favorite thing about this time of year?
Honestly, learning everybody's tendencies. Like I said, getting to know everybody. So when season does come around, preseason, everything, like we have a good feel of like what we are, what kind of team this is, and different things like that. But like I said, it's been just fun, just kind of doing off-court stuff, bonding with them, on-court learning. So.
Who leads the off-court activities? Is that an AZ job too to get?
Yeah, a little bit AZ job, a little bit of CD. We do fun games. But yeah, we do different types of events outside. Like today is probably nice outside. We'll probably sit outside of our area and just kind of just do homework or something like that. But just like that, we just do little things. So.
Okay, the season is a grind. It's a long season. Is there anything specific that you want to do away from basketball this summer?
Just spend time with family. Spend time with my niece and nephews. Little balls of joys I have. Honestly, that's why I'm so vocal as well, yelling at them. But just having them around and just being around family, my siblings and everybody. So.
Has Khalees come to you for any advice, and have you given what advice have you given her?
Just like kind of pacing herself in terms of workouts, but also just she's a sponge as well. She absorbs everything and she asks questions, especially in pickup or different drills that we do. So yeah, she's just willing to learn, and she's been grinding, and each and every day it's been a great competition. So.
How do you try to use your experience to your advantage?
Just kind of knowing what is expected before everything starts, and just having that open mind, and just knowing that the next person next to me might not have that same kind of mindset or know what's going on. So just making sure like I'm looking around, checking on everyone during drills or anything, make sure everybody's good, make sure we're all on the same page. So.
I heard you guys lost a family feud competition against the guys.
They cheated.
They cheated. Okay.
Yes, they cheated. We're looking to kind of run that back sooner or later, but they have cheated, and they won't say they cheated, but they definitely did. So.
Are you seeing that kept the off-court chemistry kind of really coming onto the court?
Definitely is, and I feel like the last few games of pickup, you kind of see like everything's starting to gel together a little bit. We have some ups and downs, of course, that's expected. Just kind of everybody just kind of keep learning everybody's tendencies and going from there.
What does that mean to you to have coaching staffs on both sides of the building that want to work together, that want to bring these teams together, that know that there's a benefit to you guys all knowing each other and pushing each other?
It means a lot, and it brings a lot of joy just to have that relationship with the men's side, and just knowing when we come in here, it's all about family, that we're all big one family. So.
How did they cheat?
Basically, scavenger hunt, and we had walkers, and then we had two people in cars, or two groups in cars. So I think the walker kind of hopped on the car.
Oh.
But hey, I'm just a messenger.
We didn't hear it from you.
You did, but I'm just, that's what I'm hearing from the outside looking in, so.